parent now, what you would tell the parent?
I would definitely say support your children's dreams, be very supportive, and also have that level of communication with them. Conversation can go a mile, and as human beings, you know, what you say to one another, it stays in our minds. If it's even something of grace and power to uplift them, even if it's something of, you know, malice and hurtful, we do remember these things. But how you support somebody and encourage them will last forever, and that is the thing that we cherish the most.
That's
Communicate with us, support us. If you can give us some suggestions to make things better, do it. But do not hold us back, because it will bring some sense of regret later on in our life.
Exactly.
And you don't want your kids to be living a life of regret.
No one.
You don't want that.
No one.
I don't want that for my kids.
No one wants that for a kid.
Exactly.
Nobody.
Exactly.
We want our children to be happy.
Yes.
You know, to go miles, to do what they want to do, and to enjoy life. You know, when you just take something you never even dream in your life because your parents want you to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You put yourself in a wrong size of shoe. Can you imagine if you're size 6 and you wear 4?
Ah, that's tight.
I think that is very tight. Okay, we just come back to Vanessa as a little girl.
Yes.
In primary school.
Oh wow.
Yeah. What did you like about school when you was in primary school?
Oh my gosh, what I loved about school was playtime.
Wow.
I really enjoyed engaging with my friends, having fun, making up games, and just really being energetic. I'm a very energetic person. I love sports. I always loved sports. And another thing that I really liked is I liked learning something new. I'm a very crafty person. I like to be very hands-on. So when I was younger, I used to have a Barbie doll, and if I ran out of clothes, the clothes that came with the Barbie doll set, I would go to the bathroom, I'd get tissue, and I would put them together with water, make little tops on the Barbie dolls and stuff. And then that's what inspired me to get a sewing machine, because I wanted to create things and create things for myself.
So you were sewing as a young girl?
I wasn't sewing, but I was sticking paper together.
Wow, that's creativity there.
Yeah,
okay, so you've got design
and design,
and everything. All right, that's good. And what you didn't like about school? That's a big one.
What I didn't like about school, oh my gosh, so many things. But the thing that I really, really, really disliked was the pressure that parents and teachers gave to students.
That's a good one. I'm listening to you.
Oh my gosh, it was very, very pressurizing. You have to study. You have to get good grades. If you want to have a successful, great job, you have to do X, Y, and Z. But not everybody is built the same.
Yeah.
And for example, you can imagine you're saying this to an A-star student, and you have a D-grade student, and you're really pressurizing them to do them all these things, but you're not understanding that their capabilities are different. And therefore, if you keep on pressurizing them to do something in a platform where they may not succeed, you as a parent or even you as a teacher, you're going to be disappointed because you're not happy with the outcome of the situation. So what do you do in that sort of case? You just, I'm not that great anyway. My parents will, they'll talk and they'll be like, okay, and then we move on. It's a lot, when it comes to pressure, it does build up as well a lot of mental instability, and then communication amongst the people who are trying to help this person will stop. So
do you think parents, they have to play a good role when it comes to pushing and motivating their children when it comes to study? Do you think, because I always talk to parents and tell them that first of all they have to know the level of their child study, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
If they know where is the child, they know how to direct the child in a good path, because if you know that your child is working a bit below, or your child is strong in math, is not strong in English, don't push the child too much in English. You have just to support that child to make what she can make, then pushing, because most of the time parents push the children, especially, I can say, I'm talking about African parents. I mean, there's two groups when it comes to African parents. There's this group where parents, they don't really know what is happening in school. You can mind your own business.
They just show up when they want to. I've seen them.
And then there's this group of parents that want the children to do the best. You know what I mean? So for those ones that are not really involved, children are happy because they do what they can do. Nobody is beyond their back. So we want to talk about those ones that parents are behind their back. You know, where it come like, oh, why you cannot do this when they come to parent evening and when the teacher's talking and they listen to the teacher, blah, 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 and the teacher, oh, she been this, but she can do better than this, blah, blah, blah. And then when you go home and the parents will be like, you're supposed to do better. Blah, blah, blah. So what exactly I want to say? I think parents must know their children first. So they can help them in the way they have to help them.
Yes.
Then forcing a child to go miles when they cannot breathe anymore and fell in a way.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
From, my professional line, especially in the education sector, I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher for a purpose because I want to see people grow. I want to see children grow. I want to see them flourish to the best of their ability. And the first thing that we are taught when you are in your training to become a teacher is get to know your students. Get to know your students first before you start teaching them, setting them assignments, setting them homework, because you will only know how to get onto those things once you know who the person is.
That's the same thing that parents have to do, isn't it?
That's coming from a teacher. I'm not even a parent.
No, that's the same thing, because the parents have to know the children first before they push them or tell them what to do. You know what I mean? So you can tell. Children, they go through pressure in school, is it?
They do.
They go through pressure in school, is it?
They do.
What do you think? What do you think? I mean, when I say what do you think, I mean, the children, I'm talking about African children, especially where they came in this country. Let's say they're already like in year, we want to talk like high school
age.
First of all, they come here, they don't speak English, they have to learn English, and then it's a change of all set, you know what I mean? It's a new world. And then they go to school, they find this challenge, of first of all languages. Secondly, everything is different for where they come from and everything. What do you think, what the parents have to do for this kind of children?
With that scenario, the best thing to do is just encourage them and really help them reflect upon where they have come from and where they are going, so what their end goal is. Especially when you're relocating from, say, from Italy, for example, and you're coming to the UK and you don't know English. It's more like I forgot the name of the word, but self-pressurizing, but also amongst your peers. So
it can bring depression.
It can bring depression because they want to be part of the cool gang or get to know people or have friends. The simplicity of just having a friend to talk to can be quite a burden on their shoulders. So I would really encourage parents to just take some moment out to talk to them, ask them how their day was. Did you get to meet anyone new? Did you learn anything new? Or, is there anything that interested you that you want to pursue further? Small conversations like that will just help build that relationship.
So I want to talk about now, I'm jumping from high school to college.
Okay.
Do you think college?
Yes.
I mean high school and college. Is it still the same behavior, or there's a lot of change in college?
Big change. Very big change. The transition from high school, year 11, even if you're going into sixth form, which has year 12 and year 13, or to college, is big. Drastic change. Along with the education itself, from having GCSEs to be sitting, AS levels or A levels, the level of integrity for your education and intellect is a massive jump already. But at the same time, you become a young adult, as they say, and you have to take on a lot of responsibility. And when it comes to taking on so much responsibility at that age, you learn how to, for example, how to drive, how to learn how to be very independent, how to be, managing money. Oh, you get, some sort of bursary from the college, or, your parents give you pocket money. Oh, but you want more than that? Okay, another question. I want to get a job. There's a lot that comes with it. A lot that comes with it. And I think one thing that us young people, we need to know is how to manage our time and don't say yes to everything. You want to go out with your friends, you want to go do that, but you've got a test tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning with Mr. Briggs at English language, but you haven't studied for it. Make wiser decisions.
So Vanessa, I want to ask something, because I just noticed something. Most of the time, children drop school in high school around year 9, 10. Do you know why? Because most of the time it's year 8, 9, 10. Most of the time they drop it that time. Do you know why?
What do you mean by they drop it? As in like they lose interest in school?
Yeah. Do you think it's where it's going a bit tough? Because some of them told me because it's going a bit tough. So because there was not prepared enough when it was in primary school, and then when you get to year 8, 9, 10, school become a bit tough. So it's like, oh, I can't be bothered. I'm just living, or just like I don't care anyway. I can go and do apprenticeship and whatever. So do you think year 8, 9, 10 is where the school become a bit,
yes, it does. 7, 8 and 9 we call that key stage 3, where they learn a variety of things but they're not really tested in terms of like GCSE level. Years 10 and 11 are very difficult years because that's when students hold a lot of responsibility for their education, but also what they want to get at the end of the school life that they're having in high school. There's things that we do teach them, it does become more difficult because they have to learn different skills, different ways of how to approach things, and basically build their character on paper academically. In 7, 8 and 9 you have the freedom to do whatever you want, more or less. But one thing is, we as teachers have a lot of pressure to help build those skills, even at the sort of temperament that these young people may have in 7, 8 and 9. But when you're in year 9 in the last half term, so in this summer term that we're in now, there's a lot more pressure being thrown at you, and that's when kids are like, oh no, it's getting too tough. What am I going to do? Where am I going to get the support from?
Because I noticed something. It's not only in African children. This is especially the other side too. Because most of them, when you come to year 9, 10, some they just completely run away from. So I've been asking questions to other people and to children, to teachers, and then what I understand is like, when you kind of neglect all the way, and then when you get to year 8, 9, 10 is where things become a bit tough, because they're preparing you for the future, you know what I mean? They're preparing you for college. So it becomes so tense that kids will be like, oh me, I can't do it. I don't know what is going on anymore. I just better quit. Because most of them, they quit. I know African parents, there's no quitting.
Which is not our vocabulary.
Quitting doesn't exist in African vocabulary. So we stay there. So there was like, we're not running because we've got friends. I talked to these teenagers, there was like, I could never stop going to school because my parents will kill me. But my friend was out of school. So what they were doing, he wake up in the morning, he dress himself like somebody's going to school, and he go to school, and then he run from school and go hanging around with his friend, and then come home like somebody who been to school, because my parents, they will never allowed me to do, to stay at home. But what the point, because end of the day, I think that's why they're struggling when they come to college.
Big time.
Talk about college, boys and girls. Do you know anything about it? I think because from the way I see, girls are going much more,
further
than our boys. Do you know why?
I think it just comes with age, maturity, but also the pressure that they get from home. Us girls
get the pressure, boys get the pressure the same way.
It's different.
Tell me about it, because I never know that it's different pressure.
It's different sorts of pressure. As a girl, especially as as a mother per se. You say, okay, you're a girl, you have to do this at home, you have to do that, you have to have good grades, you have to be successful, and you have to, do all this. A key phrase that is, reoccurring. You have to do this.
And the same way we apply for the girls.
But the boys, they just have a much more lazy temperament. They take it on in a much more relaxed way, without realizing that if I keep up this momentum, it could help me get here and there and further on. But they don't take it, for me, they don't take it as seriously as girls do.
So, that's a good one. So you mean like, if I want to put it down, because we use the same word to boys and girls, and then it affects much more boys than girls. If I understand, then girls are much more strong-minded.
I don't want to cause a debate.
No, because if I understand, Vanessa.
Yeah.
Okay? The same word I give to my boys, the same word I give to my girls. My girls push it, and my boys are like kind of scary cats. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that means boys, the kind of scary cat. So I mean, that's why I was just joking. I mean that boys are much more affected than girls, or girls when they receive something they push it, and boys they kind of scared and say, "Wow, what's gonna happen?" But if that was the case, right? For where I see things, okay, because boys are struggling.
Yes,
our boys are struggling. They are struggling in college. They are struggling in uni.
University.
They are struggling in real life.
Yeah.
They are struggling everywhere. So do you think parent has a responsibility on that?
Definitely.
What do you think?
Definitely. Not just coming from the African household, but for boys in general. Statistics show, you know, on the teacher consensus and how we teach kids that girls are doing way better than boys, even at high school level. And the sole purpose that could be is because maybe girls are just taking things a bit more maturely and responsibility is just going along much more easier for them, whereas boys they find it a bit more challenging because they don't like to be challenged intellectually.
So if I understand Vanessa, boys they don't like to be challenged.
No.
As a teacher.
Yeah.
High school, the hard one, the fire one. So as a teacher, do you see the same things as a teacher in school that boys are really struggling than girls?
Yes, definitely. I find that with boys, they tend to cover up the idea that they are struggling by either being naughty, like causing mischief, or just not, refusing to do the work, or even skipping lessons. So I have had a few students who sometimes refuse to come into lesson because, they're not really accepting the idea of, they have a test in a few days and therefore they don't want to use the resources to help them, or they just don't want to be a part in that environment. And there's many ways to think of like, okay, how can I address the situation by getting him in class so that he can do the work?
Right, that's a good one. That's a big one. That's a massive one. Vanessa, if you have to take to the boys now, what you can tell boys right now? I'm talking about boys because you are a teacher. You teach girls and you teach boys. You know exactly what is going on. You as a child, you've been in primary school, you've been in high school, you've been in college, you've been in uni, you travel the world, you know different kind of children. So if you have to speak to the boys now, how can you encourage a boy now? One boy that's watching you now, how can you encourage that boy?
The wise words that I would give him is be patient with yourself. You are not perfect yet, but you can be. And in order for you to perfect the skills that you have, the knowledge that you have, just you as an individual, as a character, you will go through mistakes and you will make mistakes, but just keep on pursuing and have a positive mind. I think that many boys nowadays just lack the temperament of having a positive mind. If they do this, I'm going to get in trouble anyway, this will happen to me anyway. No, that could all change with just having a much more regulated mind, knowing your end goal and not looking at the process. That's
a good one. That's a good one. Because our boys need to be taught. Our boys need to be told. Because we've got problem with especially young boys, young African boys, because we're here to help. You know what I mean? We want to help because we see there's a problem. There's a big issue with our boys because we see girls are much more mature. Girls are taking things seriously than boys, And then when we look at it, our culture first, boys are being told to be, the head. You know what I mean?
The head of the family.
The head of the family. So if the head of the family doesn't stand as a head, then it's a problem. Because if you say that boys will become a man one day, and the men, they are the head. So if the head is sinking, or the body will sink, you understand? And then is where we get problem, because if the head doesn't think like a head, and then the body will die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then this is where we have problem. You know, I had a program before that where I was talking about, we've got problem. Our children, our girls don't want to marry our boys don't want to marry our girls. And then it came to a point where girls are saying, we don't want them because of this and this and this. You understand? And this is a big issue, you know.
It's a big issue.
It's a big issue because our girls has set mind,
yes.
you know. So
yes.
when a woman has a set mind, you know, when a woman stands, you know, and he found in a way a man who just like, he's just a man. He never been told, you know, the way he have to behave. And first of all, if got a problem with his education,
yeah,
you know, if got a problem with education, and then because when love comes, women especially they don't look at what this man has in pocket. It's just going for love first. Yeah. And but later in life, a woman think you'll be there like, oh my God, what kind of husband that he doesn't know how to do this, he doesn't do this, and then. The woman starts feeling like pressure, you know,
yes.
and then because the man never been told enough, because it's not maybe educated enough, because it's parent, because we got problem with parent as well. The parents have to play their role. Sometimes they don't play their role, so the boy is lost.
Yes.
So this boy that is lost, when he get to marriage, what kind of family you build up? There will be a lot of misunderstanding, there will be a lot of issue. Is where you see like girls, they just decide to say, well, I'm quitting.
Yeah.
I have enough, I'm going, because it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think when you came to this level, I would love to talk to parents.
Yeah.
Ba parents ya ba africain. Ba parents ba africain bazana rôle mune na ko jouer, surtout na bana mibali. Vanessa as a teacher na high school. Alobi sur bana na biso ya basi na ya mibali. Je crois aussi to lobela déjà sur ndenge ni bana na biso ya mibali bazana ba problème ebele bazana ba faille ebele ndeni to ko sunga bango. Ba parents to sunga bana parce que ndenge to zoloba bana mibali baza toyebi culture na biso mwana mobali azaka likolo mwana mobali ndi aza papa akozala chef de famille. Siko chef de famille soka za bien formé te akozala chef de famille to akozala enfant de famille. Parce que souvent, basi bazo ko se retrouver dans un problème que aza maman, aza pe papa. Papa aza wana baboti bana mais il n'a pas le temps pour éduquer ses enfants. Il n'a pas parce qu'on dit toujours qu'on donne ce qu'on a. Comme lui n'en a pas, comme ses parents ne lui a rien donné. On a rien donné. Quand on te donne rien, quand tu n'as rien, tu ne donnes rien. On donne que ce qu'on a. Tu vois ceux qui parents opesi mwana na yo mobali ba papa ya mwana lobaka toujours ba papa bolamuka soki papa opesi mwana na yo ya mobali quelque chose te mwana na yo ya mobali pe un jour opesa ilo côté parce que aza vite ya boto zoma ba problème ezo za lebele donc e bandaka déjà partir à classe mon conflit oyo e za bandaka déjà partir à classe parce que na classe déjà mwana ya mwasi azoko se débrouiller azoko sala makasi pour amata mais mwana mobali azo négliger. Si quand on a négligé déjà dans les bandes de la zone négligée, comme à un certain moment, on bloqué. Et tant qu'on a bloqué, après, on va se faire mais tout le monde que moi, je suis papa un jour. Si que papa moko oyaza maboko pamba akopesa eloko nini na banana. I come back to you again, Vanessa. That's great. That's very great. You know, we talk about the young boys and young girls. You know. When it comes to study, when it comes to ambition, when it comes to focus, girl has much more, you know. Do you think there's anything that we, especially, you know, I know communication is there, and then I know that most of the parents fail. You know, they fail. They want their children to succeed, but they don't give what they need.
You don't give them the tools to succeed.
They want their children to succeed. They want their children to be this and that, but they fail when it comes to their role. Most of parents, they are no role model. You understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
So they push the children to study.
Yeah.
They ask their children to go further. They want them to succeed in life, in school. But they forget that it started at home.
Yes.
It always started at home.
Yeah.
Because a child has been brought up in a good way at home. Everywhere we go, it will show that, but parents, most of the time, they fail at home, but they expect their children
to be angels,
and whatever, and to do so well in school, which is wrong.
Yeah.
What kind of advice you can give to parents now? Because you already advised the boys, now advise the parents.
Oh gosh.
Because you've been there before.
Yeah.
You know better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know the challenge in primary school. You know the challenge in high school. You know the challenge in college. You know the challenge in college. You know the challenge in uni. You know the challenge at work. So what kind of advice you can give to one parent who's watching us now?
The best advice I could honestly give is, what you said before. The best education that any child can get is the education that they get at home.
Great.
Us teachers, we do not hold responsibility for how your child is going to be in the near future. We just teach them, help them get their grades, give them the sort of life experiences that they can get in school, and then that is our job done. We cannot raise your children at all. With that being said, the best thing I can say to all parents who are watching is take time to invest in your child as a parent.
Yeah, true.
Investing in your child does not mean give them money anyhow, let them do shopping. No. Take them out, I don't know, for, maybe some ice cream or some drinks, or just go and have some quality time. Quality time can be anything where you are bonding and getting to know your child. Because even though we, teachers, get to know your child in an academic way, we can't get to know them in a sort of individual characteristic way. That is not our role. That is when you're going to see the dynamics of children favouring their teachers' opinions more than their own parents. And then the blame and the regret, you're going to start blaming us teachers when it is not our fault.
No. Yeah, you just bring something out that is really, really, I don't know what to say. There's some children that they feel much more comfortable with their teacher at school than parent. This is just because the parent failed their role, because normally a child has to be comfortable with their parents at home than a teacher, because a teacher is a stranger. We are strangers. We are strangers. So where you see when it comes to, I know in primary school, children, they are much more open to their teacher than parents.
Yes.
That's why I always say, with all these problems, social services, whatever, problem in school with African parents, I already say it here, that the problem is not a child, the problem is not social services, the problem is parents.
Yes.
Because how come your child has to feel comfortable to talk to a stranger about everything, he will put his life down. You know what I mean? When you, as a parent, your child cannot even tell you what happened in school, if he was going through bullying or whatever, but that child feel comfortable to talk to the teacher, and then teacher will bring social service involved. That same child will be happy to explain everything to the social services. Why? Because you, as a parent, you are fair. Parents, they need to wake up. They need to wake up, because end of the day, is your child. How can you feel comfortable when your child is opening up to a stranger and not to you? If your child open up to a stranger, that's me. You as a parent, you fail your responsibility as a parent, because a child has to be your friend somehow. A child has to feel comfortable and happy to share everything, because they're going through a lot, especially when it comes to school. They're going through a lot. So if they cannot share with you, they will share with you. So that's why you see there's children that are going through trauma in a young age.
At a young age.
At a young age, they're already going through so many people, because they cannot share what they live in school to their parents. They cannot share what the pressure they live in a house at school. And then that child keep everything to themselves. And before you know it, the child starts developing something else, behavior change. Mwana wa changer parce que vous avez un temps ya kusulwa na mwana wanate. Mwana a changer parce que otuna kaye même pas ndeni class. One problem with African parents, when it comes even to primary school, I can't even talk about high school. Primary school kids, you go and drop your child in the morning, you go and pick it up. You don't even ask the child, How was school?
How was school?
Yeah. Is your
what
friend?
Did you do today?
What did you do today? What happened? Because if you don't ask most of the time the primary school kid, they will never tell you.
They'll never tell you.
Yeah. So que tu ni ete que ezala kindeni le na class. Programme o sakala nani na recreation sala ki bone akoyebisa yo te akoyebisa te parce que communication ezate barrière ezali et ce qui barrière ezali makambo ebele koleka okoyeba même pas parce que professeur azali étranger aza mutu moko ya koti entre yo na mwana na yo akoti entre yo na mwana donc yo il faut zala makasi ozala wana pona mwana na po oyeba makambo nyonso o ezoleka parce que eza ba professeur nyonso tout bazala malamu ba musope kozala pa linga mwana na yote mais parce que mwana communique kana yote moi expliquer que professeur o mama alinganga ta sala ngabo boye moi ebisa yo ezate pourquoi communication ezate alors ba parents il faut tous la communication to sunga bana na biso ba kende liboso moi la biso alobi Vanessa yake a 2 ans à Sali Nursery, à Sali Primary School, à Sali High School, à Sali College, à Sali University, le as a teacher. Vanessa, from 2 years to 20 something, today a teacher. Well done.
Thank you.
What can you tell? What advice can you give to our young girls and young boys when it comes to the challenge they face in school? You know, in work environment, the one at work already. What kind of advice you give to them? What word for motivation? Just give them something that will boost them to go further. Yeah.
Okay. So for my young people out there who are still in education, I mean, amidst that we are in the sort of, the COVID-19 situation right now, but I would highly pursue and definitely encourage you to continue learning. Learning does not mean that you have to pick up a GCSE or CPG book and read, but pick up any book that will entertain you.
Just read.
And read. Reading can take you so far. Not just from an English teacher perspective, but as a younger child, I like to read as well. My sister was the one who got me really into reading. And I would definitely encourage you to do that. Learn something new every day, even if it's an online course for something, how to become a better business partner or something like that, something of your interest. And those who are already in work, so my brothers and sisters who are already in employment, kudos to you. I would highly say if you are struggling, ask for help. Because that's one thing we forget as adults of a certain age. Even if you're struggling in the profession that you're in and you need assistance or somebody to mentor you, you just don't really know who to turn to, and just ask for help. Even for some parents also, like if you're struggling in a certain area, ask for help. That's what we are here for.
Ask for help. That's a big one for this. I always advise young boys and young girls, when you are struggling, everyone struggling in life. Your parents struggle before, they're still struggling. Everyone is struggling in life. There's, you cannot know everything. You are not Google. So if you are struggling, go and ask for help. There's a lot of place where you can, get some help. Ask people that can help you.
Yes.
Ask your teacher. I mean, they're always there to help. They can tell you can go do this, you can do this, you can do that. In a community, there's people that you can go and ask. Ask for help. Don't be just stuck there. That's maybe you think or you stuck when you come to college or whatever. You have to ask because there's this they call it apprenticeship.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you didn't get the chance to go miles with uni, you can still go in for apprenticeship. I know so many young children that they go through apprenticeship and today they've got a good job. Because they train them. They train them straight away for the job that they want. So they've got opportunity and they can go miles with this. You know what I mean? So if you don't know, ask.
Yes.
Parent, if you don't know, ask. If you don't know, ask. Maybe the language that is a barrier for you. It may be a language because maybe you don't know how to express or how to talk to your child, but you can find somebody who can help your child. Try to build communication relationship between you and your child. This is a key because if a child is going through a lot or is struggling in one thing to another, the only way that parents can know is through communication.
Exactly.
So if parent and the child don't communicate at all,
what do you expect?
You'll find it in the street.
What do you expect? Honestly, is as harsh as it may sound, it is common sense. If you don't communicate with this person, if you don't ask them where, what they're doing or where they're coming or anything, what do you expect in terms of the outcome?
I think, I don't know what you think, Vanessa. I think we need to do something for our community. We need to organize like kind of workshop and stuff like that. Just to bring young people up, you know what I mean? Because between them as young people, they will be much more open and sharing. Like you are English teacher. If you are there, maybe some people are struggling in English or whatever, or they don't know exactly. Maybe some children are scared to go to uni.
Why?
Yeah,
sorry.
I spoke with one. He was like, I don't want to go to uni. I don't want to go to uni. I said, why you don't want to go to uni? I don't want to get challenged in the uni. I don't want to go because there's a lot of people. I can't stand before people and speak and blah, 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 blah. Then they told me in the uni there's a presentation that you have to stand in the front of so many people and talk. I can't stand that. So
it breaks my heart to hear stuff like that.
I know. It's a bright child.
Yes.
Because his lack of confidence, of standing before people and talking, then he wants us to ruin his life because only one thing. So a child like that, if he sees somebody to motivate him, like listen, there's a lot of help in uni.
Of course, definitely.
Even you can't stand before people to talk on the first year. The first semester, you end up one day standing before people and express yourself nicely and easily without any struggle.
No struggle.
Yeah, but because the child doesn't know about it, because he didn't share with somebody who can help. Because the problem is, that's another problem, our community. Yeah, true, ask for help. Who to ask help? That is another story.
And people are being open to help.
Yeah, so you ask help. Who are you going to go and ask for help? Are you going to ask help for somebody who doesn't know himself what you're asking? Because sometimes the children say that they cannot even tell their parents because they don't understand.
Yeah.
I cannot tell him because he doesn't understand that. He will never understand. Yeah, go and talk to your mom about this and this. She will never understand. So a child, there's a barrier already. So he cannot go and ask for help, or he cannot go and speak up because there's a barrier, and every time when you go to somebody, you expect to get something from that person. So if you don't get anything, what's the point of going to the person?
That's one thing we need to change as Congolese people.
Wait, give them, tell them what.
We need to change that.
Yeah.
When we seek help from somebody, or when somebody is offering you their kindness, don't expect anything in return. As an individual, don't always expect a two-way street.
Great.
If you're offering someone your kindness, just offer them your kindness.
Yes.
If you're offering them, support in anything, just offer them something. Don't be expecting anything in return unless the person does give you something in return, because that just ruins our community in general.
Yeah.
We're always trying to do this and do that, and then the other person, I'm gonna sell your boy, so go your people songs and boy.
That's wrong, that.
No, it's wrong.
Yeah,
no.
that's wrong, that is Vanessa talking.
Yeah.
That is our children talking. But send your service. Opesi mwana service. Apoko mko senga eloko msusu na recto. Isala ma bongote. Communauté tambola bongote. Soki oza wana pona ko aider mwana. Soki mwana ayeko senga we eloko to mutu, to lo en général. Mutu ayeko senga au service parce que ba yebike yo osunga côté wana. Siko osungi mutu wana. Parce que c'est une bonne volonté. On peut si service, on rentre dans tout service. On doit zélater que mutuana azong c'est quelque chose. À moins que service na yo futi saka. So ko ebi que service na yo futi saka. Tant mutuana zoya. Pona ko senga service wana yebisa déjà que non service na ngana futi saka autant. Comme ça mutuana yeba que non tant na zoya pona ko senga service pas mutoyo akopesa nga prix na ko futa. Mais soki muto aye ko senga service na ndenka yebi que yo ozana connaissance na côté wana. Ozana connaissance peut-être ko aider bana na nzela ya eloko moko boye. Mwana ana ye asengi au service. Et au PC service, au rendre service et ça lit bien. Mwana za content. Aza content ou contente. Siko yo okomi ko senga mwana susu eloko mususu. Ça c'est vraiment c'est déployable. Et ça vraiment bien été. Alors ceux qui bana bazo kutana na biloko amdelo wana. Eko sala nini? Eko pesa blocage. Akoloba na okende osenga te parce que ceux qui osenga après akobanda otunanga. Et that's a big issue now.
It is.
That's a big issue. It's scary though. It is. Because when a young girl has to go and ask, you know, a tonton service, and then it starts, you know, that is a big issue. I know there's
nonsense.
There's a lot going on in that one. I know we have time to talk about it. Yeah.
Next time.
I know. Next time we have time to talk. Ba mama bandeko nakanisi bolandi ndenge to sololi nyoso tozoko sala ngo pona kosunga communauté na biso pona kosunga bana na biso bakende liboso to sala makasi ba parents to sunga bana na biso na bandako to 8 ans ebele to sali presque 4 mois. To sali presque 4 mois na bandako na ndako tant to va na tamula yo maman papa je crois que vous quand même temps ya ko yeba bana na bino. Parce que attaque to yeba kate liboso soko zalaki ko yeba te mais 4 mois oyo quand même aux 8 ans ko yeba mwana na yo moko because having a lot of children is a lot of work, you know that. Different mentality, different characters, different behavior. Yes. Oh my God.
How do you think we'll deal with it?
I know. Okay. Donc bozo atan ya kosunga bana na bandaku, bozo atan ebele, bozo atan kosunga na bana, bozo atan ko aider bana na bandaku. Tant bazo bima quand même na moi quelque chose on va vendre qui ensemble ba parents na bango. Ba papa, I beg you in the name of God. Bozana musala munene akosala. Bozana musala munene akosala parce que bana na biso ya mibali bazana ba problème na classe, bazana ba problème tant que komi makambo ya libala, bazana ba problème donc bazo ko tambola ndenge sengelité. Ok papa nde mutu soki mutu eza ko beba nzoto ko mbeza ko kufa ba papa ko sunga bana na biso eza difficile même ba papa pe soki oza pe na problème papa ekipaka âge te na n'importe quel âge oko kende pe ko tanga oko kende pe ko s'instruire ba collège ezali ba université ezali ba learning center ezali esika oko kende oyekoli pe soki ezali de langue ntezo compliqué yo po aider bana na yo peut-être po bana mingi bazo ko boko ama awa bakomi mingi na ba anglais ki ba ko na biso soki ezali langue apesa ka pe cours en langue bapesa ka pe anglais papa kende komi komisa na ba collège même ya ba cours du soir ezali soki kende na musala na to ba cours du soir ezali kende komi komisa oyeba ka quand même ndenge ne ko communiquer na mwana na parce que bana na biso bazo souffrir bana na biso ya mibali bazo kende sika moko te lelo tozana siko ba oyo bayaki na ba 2 ans ba oyo bakomi ba mama bakomi ba teacher siko na génération na yendenge zawana eza na ebele ya libali o bazali ka ko kende gauche droite bazo ko pata ndenge to lobaka sikoyo dans 10 20 ans bana na bakozala banani o bazo ko kaputo ko se positionner te siko bakozala banani dans 10 ans bakozala banani dans 20 ans tant que to kozala te bakozala banani. Ok, nyonso wana ezo senga ba parents totelema parce qu'ils ali avenir na biso bana na biso bazali legacy our legacy yeah donc bazali oyo bakotikala ko remplacer biso tika pe eloko moko malamu soko tika eloko malamu eko bénéficier na bato ebele ko bénéficier pe bato ebele
definitely yeah
na nzela ba classe to songa bango ba oya ba bazana na bana ya mikie bosala makasi ya kokota na vie na bango mona ezaka facile soki bazana na bana mikie soki bazana na bana mikie eza facile pour kokota na vie na parce que oko s'introduire na nzela ya ba moi ba cadeau ya mikie obendie maloba moi cadeau ya mikie obendie maloba all this you know is that's what I mean you know there's a coaching. I'm a coach.
Yeah.
You know, our community, what can I say? I coach people from different, African countries, but our community, they don't get it.
They don't.
You know, they don't get it. They don't know that you're a parent. Maybe yourself, you've been traumatized as a child. You miss something. You know, you are empty somewhere.
Yeah.
You can't give much to your child. You know what I mean? Because if yourself, you are traumatized, you know, you're going through depression, you know, you cannot bring up a child the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And so many parents are going through that. So many African parents, they are going through that. So yourself, if you are empty, yourself, if you've got problem, you've got issue, You know?
Yeah.
How can you bring up a child well? Ask for help. They don't want to ask for help.
They don't want to ask for help.
Ask for help. Ask for help. You know, we love children so much that we have 4, 5, 6 children.
Yeah.
As many as you have, as many issues that you have.
Yeah.
So if you got problem yourself, how can you help those 5, 6, 7 children?
Yeah. I think one thing that, you know, our African parents need to bear in mind also is that, you know, the type of environment in which we're bringing our kids up in, definitely always have a perception of trying a different approach than, you know, sticking to the same routine or the same approach that you may have. You know, try something new, try something different, because that could benefit you in a much greater, you know, long term than it will in the short term. Because I think many times African parents think that their way is the only way, and there's no other way. Yeah. But, you know, just be open-minded. Just be open-minded to look at things in a different perspective and try approaching a situation or a dilemma in a different way than you would the usual way. Yeah.
Parents need to change their way.
Yeah.
Parents need to change their way. They have to be involved with their children's life.
Yeah.
They have to try their best to be involved. Your child needs to trust you first before you trust anyone out there.
Anybody else.
Your child have to be your best friend somehow, because they think that she or he cannot share with somebody else, but he have to share with you. You know, when a child is confident, when a child is sharing everything with the parent, you know, the encouragement that the parent as a mother or father will give to a child will boost the child up.
Exactly.
Because when you see all children that have been boosted up by parents so much, they're always successful. Because even though they don't have much money, whatever, but they've got that mindset, they've got that confidence in them that, oh, I can do it. Or if it doesn't work, that's fine, I can do it again.
Exactly.
You know, because they build them up. The parent has built them up, you know what I mean? So he work in the children. He stay there. And this is a gift that they has in them, and then they will transfer to their children. It's going to generation, you know what I mean? Right, okay. What is your last word, Vanessa? Because we are just at the end now. I believe we will have you back again.
Oh, definitely.
Soon.
I'll be here.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, what is your last word? What can you tell parents, children, and whatsoever about what we discussed today?
My last words of wisdom will be to acknowledge that success is not measured by your profession or the amount of money that you have, but it can be measured through your character, your diligence, and your humility. If you do not know those words, there's an English test for you. Look them up. And you know, this doesn't always apply to all African parents. It's not addressing all African parents that, you know, they need to change their ways, but just, you know, have that at the back of your mind to try different perspectives and be patient. You know, Rome wasn't built in one day. So just give it time, be patient, and just encourage your children to be the best that they can be for themselves before you.
Right, I want to just share, you know, something with young boys and young girls. You know, we just listened to Vanessa. She's a teacher, English teacher. Vanessa came to this country when she was 2 years old. Today she's a teacher. I remember she went to China and teach in China before the coronavirus anyway.
Way before.
So she's a teacher today, you know. She went through all that you guys went through. She been a child, she been a student, she been in a uni, or today a teacher. So there is a way out for every child out there. There is a way out for any young boy and any young girl out there. The opportunity is there. Guys, grab it. Grab it. I know it's not easy. I know it's hard. It takes courage. You know, it takes strong mind to get there. But every time I always say, failing is a step to success.
Definitely.
So if you fail today, it's one step on top of you that you can put your legs and jump up. You know what I mean? So there's a way out. There's opportunity for everyone. There's a way out for everyone. It's not, I know sometimes parents, we are kind of difficult. telling you guys what we want you to study. But I think if there's a communication between you and your parent, you explain yourself to your parent why you choose what you want to do. You know, I think they will end up by accepting, because you show them that this is you, this is what you want to be, and they will understand. And then you will do your career without any problem.
Yeah.
Because everyone has his mindset, everyone has his plan, everyone has, you know, everyone sees himself in a few years' time. That is a dream.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's got a dream to accomplish. You've got your dream to accomplish. Your parent has already their dream. You know, you've got your own, which will take you miles and to adult age. So you need to sit up your parent. You know, it's difficult as a parent, African parent I'm talking about. Sometimes we want to impose, you know, telling you what to do.
Yes.
But if you sit your parent down and tell them that, Dad, Mom, listen, I want to do this and this because I feel that I will do those things. That's what I love to do. That's what I want to be. I want to be a doctor one day. That's why I want to do this and this and this.
Yeah.
I mean, they will end up by understanding. But if you tell them, I don't feel like going to school, that will be a fight. So, guys, you take care of yourself. That was Nene Golden Mind, our children talk. So this is the first one. I believe we will have another one. We will bring boys, you know, because of social distances and everything. We try to be, you know, to minimize, you know, the spread of coronavirus or whatever they call. So that's why we was like 2 of us today. Next time we're gonna bring boys because they need to talk to. Maybe they think that they can't talk for the girls.
Can't talk for the boys. No way.
We need to bring a boy that have to stand for the boy. All right. Thank you so much for watching. That was Nene Golden Mind through Venice TV. Come on, guys. God bless you. Stay happy. Be happy. Parents, communicate with your children.
Yeah.
Children, come back to parents. Communicate with your parents. God bless you all. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
Yesu yo mokeli na nyoso Nanyango akokani na yo Nanyango akokani na yo Nanyango akokani na yo Yesu Yesu yo mokeli na nyoso Osala likolo na maele na yo Osalinga moto nililingi na yo Na pesa yo nini na masosali na ngai Nanyango akokani na yo Nanyango Nanyango akokani na yo Nanyango Nanyango akokani na yo Nanyango akokani na yo Yesu Yesu yo mokeli na nyonso Nanyango Nanyango akokani na yo Nanyango Nanyango akokani na yo Nanyango akokani na yo Yesu Yesu yo mokeli na nyonso Ndeko bankolo Uzansambe malamu Namonite waza ilokola yo Bana Israel katina desert Bayokaki nzala okitisaki mana baliaki ye Yango bayokaki posa ya mai Obimisaki mai na libanga bamelaki Nanyango akokani na yo Nanyango Nanyango akokani na yo Yesu Yesu yo mokeli na nyonso Nanyango Nanyango akokani na yo Nanyango Nanyango comme toi parmi les dieux, ô Éternel? Qui est comme toi, magnifique à Saint-Dédé, digne de louange, opéra de prodiges, Kumi Samalayo, Sanzola